Howdy, y'all.
Hey guys.
It's a warm July evening. Sitting on front porch, looking at the beautiful bushes that hides our little house from the world around us.
We're in between the rainstorms, I guess. Actually, the sunshine today. It's plus. We've got 4 inches of water since Thursday night.
Something like that.
It's going to rain again tonight about midnight. Something like that.
I had to light me a candle because the critters thinks we're the buffet out here.
We're going to shuck corn out here, but I don't know if that's going to work.
I don't think so. I got enough bugs flying around me now as it is.
I went over and picked beans at the U.S. garden, number 4. I got this wringing wet sweat.
I did too, and all I was doing was watching.
It really ain't that hot. It's just humid. It's bad humid.
Oh, yeah. I haven't run the air just to get the humidity out of the house.
I think it's 80 degrees, but the humidity's like in the 80s. Heat index, even though it's getting dark, it's still way up there.
Yep.
But it's a lot better than it was. When the sun goes down, it does help. I think we got a week's worth of rain coming, so off and on scattered showers.
Me and Brett was just talking about the shucking the corn and breaking the beans, and
We're going to sit on the porch like old time.
you know, sitting in the rocking chair breaking beans and talking about what happened in the day.
Brought back a lot of good memories.
We were talking about how, you know, kids today don't understand that. Woo! I sniffed something wrong then, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they are just so used to going to the store, and I mean, even our children, we're growing gardens. I'd rather go to the store and buy a can of beans than to come over here and get a can of beans.
Yeah, they're waiting for us to get all these beans in and get them canned, and then they'll come get some canned beans.
But they're, you know, well, I guess we were the same way when we was their age, junk food junkies, but
It's as you call it, the microwave society. They want it now.
And it's just...
They don't want to cook it. They don't want to wait for it to get done. They just want to stick it in the microwave and boom, it's done.
But we were remembering...
Beans, it's done.
He was just reminding me of our sitting with his grandmother. When I lived with her, well, primarily lived with her and took care of her, he would pick the beans and he would bring some up to the house for us for supper, and he was reminding me of the times that we would sit on the back porch and whoa, it just made her day to break beans with us. I mean, arthritis was bothering her hands, but she loved breaking the beans with us.
She was in her 90s. You could bring a sack full of beans in that need breaking, and sit down and get ready to break them. She said, well, what are you doing sitting over there? You just get over here next to me and bring that bag over here. And she'd help you break beans. She loved it.
And we would just talk.
I don't know how she done it with her hands. She was just eat up with arthritis and hurt so bad, but it just put a smile on that woman's face. She just enjoyed the time that you spent there with each other. Of course, she'd break beans as fast as you could, and her in such bad shape. Or peas. If the peas wasn't real tough, she'd break peas with you. Shell peas.
Peel pears. She had a pear tree, and we would peel pears.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
She got what she couldn't hold a knife anymore, but you couldn't peel like she could. She'd bring one part in a few seconds, seemed like.
And when we first did it,
That's why I learned to peel.
She would peel one peel. It wouldn't be like, here I am about 50,000 pills to get this pear peeled, and she'd start at the top and she'd ring it right down, and it would just be one solid peel when she's done. And I was like, how do you do that? Oh, you just did it.
No, you didn't peel as many
True.
pears as she did over the 90 years she was there.
True.
95, 96 years she's been on this earth.
And as happy as those memories make us, I was telling Brett that it was hard. One of the side effects, or I guess you say side effects, complications, however you want to put it, of my health is the memories going. And people's like, make memories, make memories. Well, I was never one to take a lot of pictures or make a lot of videos growing up because I thought, hey, I have my memories. Yeah. I really wish now I'd made more videos and took more pictures.
Yeah.
Because the memory doesn't, it's going, and it's And I know it's part of it. I get it. I accept it. But Brett reminds me of something, and I'll be like, I'll just look at him like I'm sure I'm supposed to remember it, but I don't.
You see the flashing light between us? I don't know if the camera picks it up or not. It's the citronella candle.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying not to be the buffet out here.
I've already been to the buffet, and I even have bug spray on. I put on bug spray tonight to go walk into the garden with him, and I was still at the buffet. I guess I'm just sweet and adorable.
Apparently I'm not, because they don't like me.
Well, you wear oil all the time. You ought to bleed oil as much oil as you go mess with every day.
Being a mechanic, I pick up a lot of oil and grease smells and diesel, and
Yeah, they don't like that.
that seems to run them off. We eat like quite a bit of garlic too.
It don't work for me. I've heard tell O negative blood is
I think that's
something
your
that
problem.
attracts, and that's probably my problem because I have O negative blood, and it seems like every bug in the neighborhood's going, oh, that perfect. Yeah, no.
All 4 of our gardens has done well. Still doing well.
Hey,
Number 3's kind of got down to just okra really right now, but we've got blue corn planted. I didn't get to film that. It's been raining so much.
didn't you
I
film
have showed
though?
that.
Didn't you film a little bit of what you got out of the garden the last day or two?
I do have a short video we'll put on at the end of this.
Ah, tack it on at the end. That'd be cool.
It ain't everything we picked, but it's mostly what I picked this morning. I went out before church this morning and I made about 5 armloads before I ever got caught up because it rained so much the last few days.
I was
And the
excited.
grass is taking everything over. You can't get in there, you can't hardly walk in the garden, it's so wet.
Oh yeah.
But the grass grows really good in this kind of weather. I don't know if we'll have a garden or we'll have a weed patch, but right now it's doing really good.
He said church, and I was just reminded I was excited this morning. I made it through church with only one shaking symptom. Shaking episode. Woo! That was cold. You missed.
Yeah.
But I did.
My drink ran off.
I got through it.
I caught it though.
I'm still trying to figure out how it all worked out. I did invest in the blue lens the doctor recommended. It's supposed to filter out LED lighting.
I think it helps.
That may have helped. Changed my seat again. Didn't particularly care where I sat this morning because it was not the best thing in the world.
Not the best idea.
No, but
We're getting an idea though.
moving around, you know, I'm in that learn to live with it, so let's figure it out stage. And then I come home and painted my fingernails and my toenails. And you know, I really was successful in pampering myself when I convinced Brett to help me clean up my toenails. My left hand can't paint worth a flitter, so it can't clean up worth a flitter. And my left foot didn't do so hot, so I convinced Brett to get the fingernail polish remover and clean off the excess. And he did. So I was really pampered this afternoon.
You got the foot massage thing, the water massager on
Yeah.
your feet.
Brett bought me a foot massaging thing that heats water and well, it doesn't heat it, but eventually it did get warmer, so I don't know what that. But it boils or bubbles the water, you know, massages your feet. And I got that out and I put my feet in it, soaked my feet. So I was spoiled. While I was doing that, Brett made me an ice cream cone. That's the one thing I haven't removed from my diet. It's my comfort food.
It's vanilla. She didn't eat chocolate.
Yes, vanilla is the only flavor I like that I can still have. But it's one of those comfort foods. And I haven't completely given up my sodas yet. Well, I did for a couple of days. It made the FND, a little hard to live with, so.
I'll get you some sherbet. How about that? It's the same thing as in the
I know. I can handle it. I just, I want an ice cream.
I don't know if our little store ain't got it anymore.
I don't either. But anyways, I
Get you some push-ups.
I have done away with the chocolate. Yay! I have done away with the bread, other than the biscuit. I do still treat myself to the biscuit from one of our markets down here every once in a while. Beans, I have given in and ate some green beans. Just because when Brett's cooking them and canning them, they just smell so good. I still ain't figured out why I can't have green beans, but hey, it was on the list, so.
That's a bad thing.
Uh-huh.
We've got a patch of bush beans that's just now starting to produce in our bean trellis. It's just blowing up with beans.
Yep.
I picked a bucket full this afternoon and left plenty for tomorrow afternoon. I can actually wait and let them get, good size. I don't, with beans you can pick them. If they get big enough to pick, you can eat them. They don't have to be full, or they don't have to be round, or have seed in them. Or green beans edible as soon as it gets big enough to take a bite out of. I can actually let these wait and get to the size I want them to be. I can be selective on my picking. We've canned, I don't know how many cans we've done.
I don't either.
We've got over 60 quart jars, I know, so far in this last week of beans and potatoes. I know there's at least 60. I lost count on the other ones.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they were probably closer to 80 by now. But
I am sincerely trying, though, on this new adventure to not eat what I shouldn't. But some of it I just have to say, I've got to do something different. And I did. That first week I strived really hard just to eat the things that it said I should. And, oh man, it caused my FND episodes to increase drastically. I mean, I was down and out for a couple of days. Brett looked at me and goes, okay, cut back. We can't do this.
Well, the severe change for the Stibbler's diet made too much stress for the FND. It caused her FND to really get stirred up. She spent more time laying around and not able to get up, not able to speak.
Well, if you see my last video, you'd know exactly what it done. I saw part of it.
Stroke symptoms got worse.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want to call the seizure, shaking, twitching, whatever they want to call it.
I call them shakes.
It got worse. You want to back off this diet. You're going to have to go back and eat some of the comfort foods you like and have a cold drink every once in a while. Have some caffeine.
Yeah, I went 2 days without a soda, or basically no caffeine, and it triggered the worst migraine I have had in a long time. It took me 2 days to get over it.
You can't quit cold turkey.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. I mean, I had cut myself back in the last, week or so, only drinking like 1 can a day. And so I thought, well, I should be able to go with that. Oh, no. And I got to thinking, I said, I've done it before. I don't know why it's so hard. But I mean, I know I've done without cold drinks before. But I was talking to my grandmother today, it hit me. Every time I've cut out cold drinks before, I still had like little pieces of chocolate or cocoa or something that helped offset the caffeine withdrawals. So they wasn't so bad. And this time, completely cutting out caffeine, it actually did trigger a severe migraine. So I've gone back to where I'm not as strict on my sodas. I'm still trying to stay, we'll just say less than 24 ounces a day. Trying to stay under 12, but still having to have a little bit of it just to get through the day and everything.
I think the blue lens glasses has probably been the best thing you've done so far.
Probably. Trying them out, because it's about time for me a new prescription, and I want to make sure that...
We don't want to spend the money and get it put in our glasses. She can't stand it.
Yeah, because once I get my glasses, I have to wear them for a few years before I can get another set.
It's a year before you can change lenses, and 2 years before you can change frames. But anyway.
But I guess it's getting about time to go in. And
yeah, I think we'll do the corn on the inside.
Yeah.
We'll be the buffet for sure if we have corn out here.
Oh yeah.
The smell of that sweet corn will drive the bugs crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting tired.
I didn't want to leave the silks or the husk or anything out here on the porch either, but Like I said, we'll figure out some way to cover it up in the house and get it back in the bag. It won't make such a big mess, but
lay a garbage bag down.
yeah.
Then we'll just fold it inside out to bag it all up.
If you watch to the end, I'm gonna put a short video of what we got this morning. Most of it's what we got this morning. Like a few squash, it was already there, but mainly it's my 4 or 5 trips this morning from the gardens in.
So here's that beautiful garden footage.
Thought I'd show you how our garden's been producing. We finally getting our big tomatoes in. Starting to get a few a day. There's a whole lot of green ones out there, but at least we are getting big tomatoes now. Getting overabundance of squash and zucchini. I'm about ready to pull the plants out of the ground. I've had all I wanted. We're putting it up in gallon bags, and we don't eat that much of it. I've gave it to the neighbors. I've took it to church. I think it's time for them to go. Of course, we're still getting our small tomatoes. Still getting a few of them. They've about played out. Of course, we're getting okra. Cucumbers. Cucumbers are doing pretty good. Sweet corn's starting to come in. We've got incredible sweet corn. Bell peppers are starting to make pretty good. Hot peppers ain't hardly produce very many. There's a few at a time right now. Ain't really worth picking. I get one occasionally. We've been getting lots of green beans. Of course, we got lots of potatoes. Potatoes done really well this year. I've been doing a lot of canning. Still got a lot of potatoes left. But the garden is finally kicking. It's about the right time. July is usually when the garden is doing its best. So we can get it all done up before August when it gets really, really hot, dry. We'll be doing really good. Hope you enjoyed.